Imagine a vast land stretching from the shores of the Aegean Sea to the Indus River Valley. This was the Persian Empire, a superpower of the ancient world. But before its rise, Persia was just one of many small kingdoms scattered across the Iranian plateau. These kingdoms often clashed with each other. They also faced threats from powerful neighbors like the mighty Assyrian Empire. From these turbulent beginnings, a new power emerged: Persia. The Persians were a tough and ambitious people. They were skilled warriors and horsemen. They craved unity and strength. This desire for a powerful state laid the foundation for the rise of their empire. The story of the Persian Empire is a story of conquest, but it's also a story of brilliant leadership and groundbreaking ideas. At the heart of this story is Cyrus the Great, a ruler whose name would echo through history. He transformed Persia from a small kingdom into the largest empire the world had ever seen. Cyrus's story is a tapestry woven from ambition, military genius, and a surprisingly modern approach to ruling a vast and diverse empire. In the annals of history, few figures stand as tall as Cyrus the Great. Cyrus II, who history would remember as Cyrus the Great, was born around 600 BCE. His birthplace was Persis, a region in southwest Iran. Details of his early life are shrouded in legend. Some stories claim he was of noble birth, while others suggest a more humble beginning. What is clear is that Cyrus was a born leader. He possessed charisma, intelligence, and a natural talent for strategy and warfare. These qualities would propel him from obscurity to the pinnacle of power. Legend has it that Cyrus's grandfather, Astyages, the king of the Medes, had a dream that his grandson would overthrow him. Fearful of the prophecy, Astyages tried to have the infant Cyrus killed. The plan failed, and Cyrus survived, eventually challenging and defeating his grandfather to claim the Median throne. Whether or not these stories are entirely true, they illustrate the aura of destiny that surrounded Cyrus from a young age. He was a man seemingly born to rule. By 550 BCE, Cyrus had united the Persian tribes under his banner. His eyes now turned toward a much bigger prize, the ancient and powerful city of Babylon. Babylon, ruled by King Nabonidus, was the wealthiest city in the world. Its towering walls and strategic location made it seem impregnable. However, Cyrus was not deterred. He was a brilliant strategist, and he knew that Babylon's strength could also be its weakness. He cleverly diverted the Euphrates River, which flowed through the heart of Babylon, allowing his troops to march through the dried-up riverbed and enter the city under the cover of darkness. The fall of Babylon, in 539 BCE, was a momentous event that sent shockwaves throughout the ancient world. It marked the end of the Babylonian Empire and the beginning of the Persian era. But Cyrus's victory was more than just a military triumph. It was a turning point in history. Cyrus's success on the battlefield wasn't just about luck or good timing. It was the result of a well-trained, well-equipped army and innovative military tactics. He understood the importance of logistics and discipline in warfare. The Persian army was a diverse force made up of soldiers from all corners of the empire. Diversity was one of its strengths. Cyrus's army included skilled archers from Persia, fierce warriors from Media, and even cavalry units from Central Asia. He also employed innovative tactics, such as using camels to frighten enemy horses, and deploying siege towers and battering rams to breach fortified cities. Cyrus recognized the psychological aspect of warfare. He often offered his enemies a chance to surrender peacefully, which many accepted, sparing their people and cities from unnecessary destruction. What truly set Cyrus apart from other conquerors was his remarkable policy of tolerance and respect for the cultures he conquered. Instead of imposing Persian customs and religion on his new subjects, Cyrus allowed them to retain their own beliefs and ways of life. This was a radical departure from the practices of previous empires such as the Assyrians, who were notorious for their brutality and oppression. Cyrus understood that a stable empire relied on the loyalty and cooperation of its people. He believed that by respecting their cultures and religions, he could win their trust and secure their allegiance. This policy of tolerance was not just a matter of pragmatism, it seems to have been a genuine belief held by Cyrus. He saw himself not as a destroyer but as a liberator and a protector of diverse peoples. Perhaps the most enduring testament to Cyrus's enlightened rule is the Cyrus cylinder. This clay cylinder, discovered in the ruins of Babylon in the 19th century, contains an inscription in Akkadian cuneiform script that outlines Cyrus's policies after the conquest of Babylon. The Cyrus Cylinder is often hailed as the world's first charter of human rights. In it, Cyrus declares that he freed the Babylonians from forced labor and allowed deported populations to return to their homelands. He also proclaims freedom of religion and affirms his commitment to respecting the customs and traditions of all the people under his rule. This remarkable document stands in stark contrast to the pronouncements of other ancient rulers, which typically boasted of their military prowess and divine right to rule. The Cyrus Cylinder reveals a ruler who understood the importance of justice, compassion, and respect for human dignity. Cyrus's reign wasn't just about conquest and enlightened policies, he was also a builder and an administrator. He established a powerful centralized government for his vast empire, dividing it into provinces called satrapies, each ruled by a governor called a satrap. To maintain control over this vast territory, Cyrus developed an efficient system of roads and a postal service. He also commissioned the construction of impressive palaces and temples, showcasing the wealth and power of the Persian Empire. His most ambitious project was the building of a new capital city, Pasargadae. This city, adorned with magnificent palaces, gardens, and audience halls, stood as a testament to Cyrus's vision and legacy. By the time of his death, Cyrus had created the largest empire the world had ever seen, stretching from the Mediterranean Sea to the Indus River. His empire would become a model for later empires, influencing the course of history for centuries to come. Cyrus the Great died in 530 BCE while on a military campaign in Central Asia. He left behind a vast and prosperous empire that stretched across 3 continents. His death was a loss not only for the Persians, but for the many peoples under his rule who had come to admire and respect their benevolent conqueror. Cyrus was succeeded by his son Cambyses II, who continued his father's legacy of expansion, conquering Egypt and further extending the Persian Empire's reach. However, Cambyses lacked his father's vision and diplomatic skills. After Cambyses, the Persian Empire faced internal strife and rebellions, though it remained a formidable power for 2 centuries more. The empire eventually fell to Alexander the Great in 330 BCE, marking the end of an era. Over 2,500 years after his reign, Cyrus the Great remains a figure of immense historical significance. He is remembered not just as a conqueror, but as a liberator, a lawgiver, and a visionary leader who left an indelible mark on the course of history. His legacy is multifaceted. He was a brilliant military strategist who forged a vast empire. He was a shrewd politician who understood the importance of unity and tolerance in governing a diverse realm. He was a man ahead of his time, whose ideas about human rights and religious freedom resonate even today. The Cyrus Cylinder, with its message of tolerance and respect for diversity, continues to inspire people around the world. It serves as a reminder that even in the brutal world of ancient empires, there was a place for compassion, justice, and the recognition of our common humanity. Cyrus the Great's story is a testament to the enduring power of ideas and the impact that one person can have on shaping the course of history. He is a figure worthy of admiration and study, not just for his military achievements, but for his vision of a more just and compassionate world.